Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the second to last episode of season 8. We're basically at the finish line, and I don't know, I feel we're inching to the finish line here, and it's still so surreal. We're almost there. But before I get sentimental, because we'll probably be sentimental next episode, we need to finish this one. So, how will we follow one of the most satisfying episodes I have seen of the series? Let's find out. Subscribe, join the Patreon. If you're already on Patreon, we got that Discord server. Over there, we go into conversations, we plan out. It's a good time over there. So, I think we should just get into it now. My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 8, Episode 24. Father Knows Beast. Twilight teaching him about flight. It's not Rainbow Dash.
You're doing great, Spike. Now let's see the big finish.
Oh, does he have to do a routine? Still rough.
I don't know about big, but I am definitely finished.
Maybe I should get Rainbow Dash.
Yeah,
She's
there you
the one
go.
who taught me advanced flying techniques.
Hey.
Wow! Thank you so much! How did you know I just needed to bend my wings?
Your dragon.
Honestly, this is Dragon 101.
Mm-hmm.
Usually dragon parents teach this stuff.
Oh.
Spike,
Do we meet
I've been thinking about our flying
Spike's
lesson.
dad?
I can't believe I overlooked something as simple as feathers. It's no wonder you were having trouble. I wish I had more dragonish knowledge to give you. Do you think being raised by ponies has affected you in other ways?
Yeah,
Spike?
that's a question.
Did you say something, Twilight? Sorry, I'm just finishing up this thank you throw pillow for Smolder. And you know how I get when I'm in the embroidery zone.
You know he's coping. He's thinking something. Has to be Spike's
Young dragons,
dad.
named Sledge. How are your tails shaking? Ooh,
I can't watch.
You're not the first stubborn dragon we've met, you know.
And sometimes even dragons need help.
I promise, my friends and I will only do enough to get you back on your claws.
Nice. I wonder if he takes advantage of their hospitality.
wow. I can't tell you how glad I am to hear that.
Why in a question would you be glad to hear that?
I wasn't going to say anything since your life seems so perfect.
Yeah, that is
but
his dad.
I have a confession to make. Coming to Ponyville wasn't an accident. I was looking for you. Spike, I'm your father.
There it is. Goosebumps.
Sorry.
Yep. Okay. So obviously it was pretty obvious,
crashed
but
in Ponyville on purpose?
Well, the crash part wasn't on purpose, but heading here was. I've been searching everywhere for you, kid.
Did you ask in the Crystal Empire? I'm kinda well known there.
goosebumps.
Actually, Spike's well known everywhere. Not a lot of dragons were
Yeah.
hatched by the Princess of Friendship.
You make it sound so simple. I wish you'd been there to help me search.
I can't believe it. I have so many questions.
Well, ask away. Answering questions is what dads are for.
I guess my biggest question is simple. Why was I an orphaned egg?
Kid, you sure you don't want to ask something else?
No, we got it. No.
Painful memories.
Answer. We need the story.
Your mother was the best dragon I'd ever met. The Dragon Lord even picked her to scout for the Great Migration, and
Really?
even though she just laid your egg, we knew she'd have to go. But finding the migration route could take a lifetime, and you deserved a chance to know your mother.
Yeah.
So I went looking for her, carried your egg to places no dragon or pony has ever been.
I love this
Past
story.
Mount Eris, the abandoned home of the hippogriffs.
Ooh, did you visit Klooge Town?
You've been to Klooge
Yeah. Also, the hippogriffs returned to Mount Eris after we helped them defeat the Storm King.
Oh, well, have you heard of the land of the scale collectors?
Uh-uh.
Because that's where your mother's trail finally led. to a prison
Ooh.
world of dragon hunters.
What?
I was forced to choose between surrendering myself or surrendering
Dragon
your
hunters.
egg. Of course, there was no way I was gonna sacrifice my boy. So they took me instead, and that's where I've been ever since. Locked up somewhere not even the Princess of Friendship has heard of.
Really?
Whoa. How did you know I was a boy?
Whatever happened to Spike's mom? And how did the egg make it all the way back
There's,
to
yeah,
Equestria
there's a lot
by
of
itself?
questions.
I wish I had all the answers.
Is this
That's all
true?
in the past. The only thing that matters now is that we're together. And I'm gonna make up for last time.
Where's mom? That's the important question. I know they already asked it, but
I hope you don't mind.
care. Yes.
If you think doing
Make up for
everything on
time.
this incredibly long list is gonna fill the hole where your dragonishness should be, then that is exactly what we're gonna do.
But yeah, these are soft activities, right? These aren't dragon activities. I wonder if that's a criticism. I mean, like, yeah, like, you know, like, you like some things.
I can't believe we got so many things done. But this is all my stuff.
Oh, I don't think he has anything he wants to
Is
do.
there anything you always wanted to do with me?
Not really.
Gross.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to do whatever you want. But if I had a castle like this, with all this stuff, I'd probably just lay around all day doing nothing like a real dragon.
Like a real dragon?
Sure. I'm not surprised you don't know any better. Twilight basically raised you as a pony. You're barely a dragon at all.
Dang, that's really rude. He's already, you know, kind of questioning.
Spike, how are things going with Sludge?
Well, it would make me feel more draganish.
Mm,
But I
yeah.
kind of feel less.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wish I could help.
Oh, shucks. I guess I shouldn't have said anything about you being more pony than dragon. I just wish we had more in common.
Maybe you two can come up with ways to turn up Spike's, dragonishness.
You think that's something we can do?
yeah.
You know what, son? I think it is. Boy, because I'm only gonna say this once.
Oh, we're getting a song?
Look at this castle.
We
where
are.
we live.
Kind of stuck in their generational ways, or just the ways that they usually do
Take
things.
those goblets, just take a while.
Deponifying, yeah.
Sure, this place.
Hey, Starlight.
Grab it all and give to me. After that, then you'll be free.
Huh?
Just can't be a dragon here.
I mean, we know they're greedy,
I
but
feel better already.
I didn't mean to barge in on ya.
Don't worry about it. Me castle is su castle.
that shit is a
Right,
castle.
well, just get
That's
out
a
of
gross
your way.
angle. Dang it. Yeah, but
And that's
I don't want to say
why I thought you could
deadbeat.
use the map to.
Oh, the map? To what?
Hey, gang. Dad was just showing me how a real dragon would act in the throne room.
Just using him
Dragons like to
now.
sprawl when they get their claws done. Fill itself, son.
He's freeloading,
Right there, Dad.
and he's like manipulating Spike to believe it's. No, this is so gross.
I'm glad you're not spending the night outside again.
Oh, I am. I'm just looking for a good bedtime story to read to my dad first.
It's nice that you have some pony to show you dragon culture. But are you sure that's what Sludge is doing?
What do you mean?
Well, taking over your room, making a mess of things.
That is dragon culture.
You never acted like that.
That's because you raised me. Now I finally have a chance to see how I'm supposed to be.
I don't think you're supposed to be any different than who you are.
Yeah.
Maybe you just don't like that I have a real parent now.
Whoa. What does that mean?
That's not true. I'm glad Sludge is here. I just wish he wasn't such a...
Dragon? Of all
Re-
ponies. I can't
Aw.
believe you would have a problem with that.
Oh,
I get where Spike's coming from. We give them the benefit of the doubt.
It's not like
Uh-huh.
dragons are supposed to live in castles.
I guess not.
And the dad's reinforcing just their. I don't want to say it's like bad culture, but
I'm so
it's like
confused.
behind in the times,
It's been great
unempathetic.
having
It's
show me
not
how
what
to be
he's
a real
learned.
Dragon, and Twilight just doesn't get it.
What do you mean?
She can't handle how good at being a dragon Sludge is. Maybe someday I'll be able to lay around doing nothing as well as he does.
What?
Well, not now, of course.
Yeah, like, dragons
I'm
don't
too
do
busy
that.
working in
I mean, it's maybe it's a
pony
part
stuff,
of them,
so
but they
what a
don't
dragon would
always
do
do
with
it.
So, Sludge just lays around while you wait on him clawing tail? Dragons are rude and rebellious, but they aren't lazy lumps who take advantage of their kids.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm really confused.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell me everything Sludge said about being a dragon?
Mm-hmm. I love how they have
What's going
her
on, son?
to be
Twilight
this
doesn't like having real
actual
dragons in the
root
castle,
of what being a
so
dragon
I
is.
told her we're moving out.
You what?
Spike! I found the perfect cave where you two can live. There aren't even any comfortable rocks inside.
That does sound perfect. Too much. This bed is much too soft. Just take that silk rope up.
Yeah, using the things that he instilled into him.
I'm out of here.
Old generation, young
Turn the
generation.
Pony Town.
Aww,
I'm taking this pillow.
that's so
Can't
bad.
believe I thought some pony like that could show me how to be anything.
Aw, so that means like all the stuff
It
with the
must be
mom
hard
and the
growing
egg
up
wasn't
not
real.
really knowing who you are.
Wow, they're still
I know
showing
exactly
like
who I am
that orphan
and how I got that way.
message. And yeah, Spike's so proud of him the way he is.
Twilight,
Oh, hi. Where's your father?
he's gone. Turns out he wasn't what a real dragon should be after all.
Mm.
He also wasn't my real dad.
Oh, Spike. I'm so sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
the one who's sorry. You were just worried about me and I lost my temper.
Yeah,
Sludge
but
was just a
you're being
great big
defensive because
fuck.
it's like the first.
I have to say,
Parental
I'm
encounter.
not surprised. There's no way a dragon like that was related to you. But if you still want to search for your real family, I'd understand if you spent more time in the Dragonlands.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I already
Oh.
know who my real family is.
Aw.
It's me, right?
Besides, there's no way I'm living without pillows.
Wow. Another mature topic as we dive into Spike's family. That's what we were hinting at in the very beginning. And we meet someone that actually resembles his likeness. But it turns out it wasn't him. And this reinforces the idea that Spike is ponified. Ponied. Because this actually reminds me of when minorities, like myself, we come to America. Well, I didn't come here, I was born here, but your parents are minorities. And we lose a sense of our culture or of our ethnicity, of our heritage. We lose a part of that. If we become too into American culture, then we lose that sense of self. So this reminds me of that because Spike, he's been ponified, Americanized, if you will, just for this analogy. And being a dragon is what he doesn't really know how to do because he wasn't over there. He was always in Ponyville. So when he learns these customs from his dad, he thinks, oh yeah, they're supposed to be lazy. They're supposed to be like this, like this, like this, like this. We have Schmolder, her. She helps him actually navigate what it is to be a dragon. And it's not all of these things. Even if it is all those things, that's probably something that's very old generation boomer centered versus there's more to it than that. But that's not the entire identity of them. We know why this was happening is because he was manipulating and taking advantage of Spike and his kindness, his goodness. And there was also some interesting points with Twilight and Spike. They had a little argument, something about a real parent. She's jealous because of that. And that literally broke her heart. That was so hardening to see. But usually I would say that, like, this is a bad moment for Spike. But if they're showing us what it's like to be an orphan and not know yourself, and someone who you think is your parent is there, you're going to defend that and you're going to see the goodness in it. Still a little bit out of line for Spike. I'm not ignoring that. That was really rude to say. Especially Twilight. I think she's never really had issues with that. But it's just something that I understand for once with Spike. because usually he's been a difficult character, but I actually think it's justified here. Again, I'm not saying he's a good character in this situation, in this episode, sometimes, but I'm excusing this low point for him. And that's kind of sad because he was led to believe that was his dad, that the mom actually went out on the migration, the dad was locked up. I mean, he probably was locked up, but that story was fake. So now that does suck, because imagine that. You're an orphan, or like you don't have family, and you make a connection that you think is your family, but then you find out it's fake again. That is actually the result of this episode, is your family is just who you're around. Your family is the people that you grew up with. It's that whole thing of friends can be family. So, beautiful way to go about that, even if it was really a struggle to see Spike and the dad have a fake connection and how he misled Spike. And I actually commend the writing here. The writing was very mature for people with no family or very little family, and they handled it very well. Overall, fantastic episode. Once again, strong one at that. And Spike, once again, doesn't have a bad episode. This is great. This is great. I've been liking when Spike is actually more emotionally based, when they focus on his problem as not dragon enough or strong enough. And just some gripes between him and Twilight. More dragon culture in a way. And Smolder, MVP of this one, being the sort of balance, the mediate here. But yes, successful episode. And I think that's it for today. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys for joining me. And the next time we see each other, it'll be in the Season 8 finale. I will see you there.